Welcome to the lecture of Python for Data Science. In this video lecture, we will cover the topic that is Introduction to Spider, Speed of the execution, Python ecosystem, and NetworkX library in Python. So let's get started. First of all, we will see working with Spider. So for that, we have to move towards the Anaconda Navigator. So let's see. This is my Anaconda Navigator home screen. When you scroll it down, you will see Spider like this. When you are using the Spider for the very first time, instead of launch button, you will get the install button over here. So you have to click on the install button and you have to wait for the installation process to get complete. After the installation process gets complete, over here you will find such type of launch button. When you click on the launch button, one tool will get open and you can see the tool like this. So what is this? This is the tool and the tool name is a Spider. At the above you can see it is written Spider into the bracket Python 3.7. It means this Spider tool is supporting Python programming language and the version is 3, that is Python 3. Over here on the left panel you can write your script, that is your code, and on the right panel you can see your output. So in this script I am writing a equals to 5.5 and I am writing print a. Now to run this code, you can click on the above cell. You can see where my mouse pointer is and it is blinking that it is showing run current cell. So that pop-up is showing run current cell. So click on that particular icon. You can see over here that this is my console and in the console my value is printed, that is 5.5. In the above panel, this is the help by default which is selected. Go to the variable explorer over here and it is showing that the variable value is 5.5 and its type is float. If you want to see the type of the variable into the console, then you can write over here like this, that is type print type of a, like this. And to run this code, just click on the shift enter. If the shift enter is not working for you, then you can press the run current cell or you can press the run file. So over here it is showing me the output as class float. So it is showing me the type. So like this you can write the Python code in Spider. So you can execute all the Python related code which we have already performed into the Jupyter notebook. You can also write into the Spider. Now let's see the next topic. Performing rapid prototyping and experimentation. In that we have to see building a data pipeline. After building a data pipeline, we have to perform the required shaping. Required shaping means the shaping of the data set. Then we have to analyze the data. After analyzing the data, we have to present that data, we have to present the result in the form of graph. In such a way you have to present that a normal person which do not understand all these techniques, who is unknown to the data science, can also able to understand that what the final result is. Then comes considering the speed of execution. So the speed of execution depends on the different factors such as the data set size, which type of loading techniques you are using, which type of coding style you are accepting, what is your machine capability. If you are using the supercomputer, then it will execute faster. Which type of analysis algorithm you are using. So some of the machine learning algorithm is faster, some of the machine learning algorithms are slower. So all these factors affect the speed of the execution. Then comes using the Python ecosystem for data science. So first of all is accessing the scientific tools using the SciPy. SciPy is one type of library which provides support for mathematics, science and engineering. Then comes performing the fundamental scientific computing using the NumPy. NumPy is also one type of library in data science. It provides means for performing n-dimensional array manipulation, which is very critical work for the data science. It also supports linear algebra, Fourier transform and random number generation. Then comes performing the data analysis using Pandas. Pandas is used for various different categories to load the data, to perform some manipulation and so on. Then comes implementing machine learning using scikit-learn. This scikit-learn library supports the different machine learning algorithm, such as one of the example is the simple linear regression. Just like that, it supports various different machine learning algorithms. Then comes going deep learning with Keras and TensorFlow. So this Keras and TensorFlow supports again the various different machine learning algorithms. Then comes plotting the data using the Matplot library. So Matplot library supports the 2D graph. So mostly the Matplot library, using this Matplot library, whatever graph you are plotting, that will be of 2D, that is of 2-dimensional. Then comes creating graphs with NetworkX. So when you want to find out any type of route, or when you want to deal with any type of network, at that time this particular library is used, that is the NetworkX. Also, when you have the complex data related to the network and you want to find out the routes using the GPS through the city streets, at that time the NetworkX library is very useful. So again I am repeating, the SciPy provides the support for the mathematics, science and engineering. NumPy is used for the various mathematical operations. Pandas supports various data structures. Scikit-learn supports various different machine learning algorithm. It is built based on the functionality of the NumPy and the SciPy. So scikit-learn is based on the SciPy and NumPy. Keras and the TensorFlow supports the parallel processing. So in operating system subject, you must have studied what the parallel processing is. So when you want to implement such type of parallel processing code, it will be helpful by using this Keras and TensorFlow. You can create such type of code. Matplot library supports the 2D graph, and NetworkX is used to deal with the networks in Python. So let's see now working with NetworkX in Python. So for that we will again move to the Anaconda Navigator. You can make use of the Jupyter Notebook also, but here I am using the Jupyter Lab. So when I am clicking on the launch button of the Jupyter Lab, it will get open in your default browser and your window will look like this. So over here you will get the different files which is in your folder, and it is similar to the notebook only. You will get the different options to run your code, but the advantage in the Jupyter Lab is you can open the various different IPython notebook file in the different tabs using the same browser window tab. So this is my tab which is shown in the browser. So this is my browser tab. Within the same browser tab, I can open various different IPython notebook file. So it is similar to the notebook only. You can make use of the lab, Jupyter Lab or the notebook. It's of your choice. But over here I am making use of the Jupyter Lab, and for using the NetworkX library, I have to import the library like this, that is import space NetworkX as NX. What is NX over here? It is the alias. If you do not want to mention the alias, then it's all okay. But when you are using this particular NetworkX library for the first time, you have to install the NetworkX library. So it is not present in the Anaconda Navigator by default. You have to install this library. So let's see the steps to install such type of library. So for installation of the library, just open your Anaconda prompt. In the Anaconda prompt, you have to write the syntax like this, that is pip space install space NetworkX, and press the enter key. So it will start downloading and automatically the library will get installed. So you have to just wait for the few seconds. After the successful installation, your current directory will be shown as it was previously, that is C drive, users, and what the current directory path is. So this is how my NetworkX has successfully installed. Now what I am doing is, I am closing my Jupyter Lab and again I am launching my Jupyter Lab. After the installation, you have to again launch the Jupyter Lab to see the changes. So this is my Jupyter Lab that I have loaded, and over here previously it was showing me the error related to the NetworkX. You can see over here that it is showing that no module named NetworkX. So when this NetworkX is not present in your default configuration, then it will throw an error like this. After the installation, let's see what happens. Now I am again running this code. Then you can see that now it is not showing me the error related to the NetworkX, but it is showing me the error related to the Matplot library. So in my default configuration, Matplot library is also not present. So I have to install that also. So let's see over here. For installation of the Matplot library, let's see. So you have to write the code like pip space install space, you have to write Matplot library. So this code you have to write in your Anaconda prompt. Just write this line and press the enter key, and you have to wait for the Matplot library to get installed in your computer system. So like this, what you can do, whatever library is missing in your default configuration, you can install like this, that is pip space install and then write the library name. So this will help you to install the library which are missing. So all this code you have to write in your Anaconda prompt. Now let's see the code from the scratch. Here I am writing the code and I am saving the file. So for saving the file, you have to click on File menu and then click on Save Notebook As. When you click on Save Notebook As, it will open one dialog box and you can write your notebook file over here and then click on the Save button. After clicking the Save button, on the left hand side panel, you can see that you have created the file whose name is NetworkX, that is the .ipython notebook file, and you can see that file on the left hand side panel and it is showing the file name over here. You can see that it is showing the file name over here, that is the left hand side panel. So in the Jupyter Lab, whatever file you are storing, it will be shown in the left hand side panel where it is the list of different files and folders. So keeping it till here, we will continue this NetworkX library in our next session.